can go to space, girl. See your face, girl. No delay. I know you can feel my pain, girl. Come on, girl. No delay. Just please me, tease me, tease me, tease me, baby. Please me, please me, please me, please me, baby. Girl, come on, girl, come on, come on, girl, come on, come on, girl, come on, come on, girl, come on. I mean we bad guys, that fly guys, that special type of fine guys, that sharp guys. Now me be hard guys, and I have bad guys, that no bad guys. Just tease me, tease me, tease me, tease me, baby. No, tease me, please me, please me, please me, baby. Come on, girl, just come on, girl, just come on, girl, just come on, girl. Yeah. I know bad guys, that no real bad guys. Now me be sharp guy, and I have real bad guys. No bad guys, and I know some bad guys that know some other guys. So call me hot guy. Now me be bad guys. Now me be bad guys. Girl, now me be bad guys. Cause I have bad guys and I know sharp guys. And I know bad guys. I know bad guys and I know other guys that know real guys. Yeah, and I know bad guys. Skills, I know bad guys. I'm Cliff and I know other guys. Prince, some bad guys. Ice Prince and I know other guys. M.I. Other guys, Jesse Jackson, I know some guys. LG, some guys. Seed and I know you guys. So skid, other guys. One day and I know my guys. Prince, hey, hey. And I know tease me, tease me, tease me, tease me, baby. Please me, please me, please me, please me, baby. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Say come on, girl. Say come on, girl. And I know bad guys. Banky W, bad guys. LD, yeah, bad guys. Me and I know other guys. My guys and I know all the guys. All of them guys.
Good morning, people. I hope you're doing all good and well. Right now, you're tuned into Frontline FM with your host, K-Way. Yeah, man. So we're going to jump straight into the live stream today. Going to be some more news, some more political talk. You get me? Hopefully, I'm going to do a music stream after this, but I'm hoping to do this more often and have some other people on talking politics, news, what's going on in the world. And yeah, the reason I wanted to talk politics today, or not necessarily politics, but news, innit? Or current affairs. Because I came across this video by this guy, Chris Muslis. If you don't know about him, follow him. This guy travels all over the world. But the videos that interest me in particular are his videos in the Caribbean. One, because not too many people, like a lot of people that go to the Caribbean, and me, I'm half West Indian myself, so my mom's of Bayesian and Jamaican descent. They'll give you either their lifestyle in the Caribbean, like a vlog or so forth, but they're only getting the tourist lifestyle. You see, the lifestyle the locals live is very different to the lifestyle tourists live, often because there's a lot of privatization on these islands, so they haven't got the same access to the same resources, you understand, that you as a tourist come over, because these places that you get to go to are extremely expensive. This is an extreme generalization, but generally speaking, I feel like the current affairs and the news and the West Indies in general isn't too well covered. And there's also a layer on top of that in terms of you've just got conglomerates like Sky, like think of any legacy Western media. Those are the prominent people that will cover what's going on in the Caribbean. So in terms of what's going on, like locally from the people, them, as vlogs like this, like Christmas, that really helps open stuff up, because he goes into the local communities and interviews local people, and he shows the lifestyle of how people really are living on the ground in these different countries, and he goes all over. He goes, well, the reason actually I stumbled across the channel wasn't because of the Caribbean vlogs, funny enough, it was because of his vlogs in Palestine, which is a whole different thing. But yeah, I would not know. Obviously, you got documentaries, but these things are very neat and created. He's going through and he's showing you how locals are living. And obviously, himself, he's not a local, but it's raw, it's uncut, and he's not going to just the touristy areas. He's going to, okay, how are locals living? What are the problems they're going through? So borderline, he could be a journalist. But yeah, the video that I stumbled across was he went to Haiti. And if you don't know about Haiti, Haiti's had a lot of turmoil over the last few years in particular, but really since the nation became independent, because it was one of the first successful revolutions within the Western Hemisphere, the first successful slave revolt, the first black nation in the time where slavery was being practiced in abundance in the Western Hemisphere. And yeah, because of that, it was a threat to the status quo of the West. So from the moment it became independent, France put sanctions on it. Then the US invaded, they put sanctions on it. And economically, Haiti's been in a very tough situation. But a lot of people don't know that Haiti's also contributed in terms of black liberation and black, in particular, political thought and ideology. Haiti's been pivotal. They've influenced the African American experience. They've influenced African diaspora just due to the fact that they were the first. People don't understand that one of the first successful slave revolts in history, one of the first successful revolutions within the Western Hemisphere, and one of the first black sovereign nation, you understand, in the Western Hemisphere. But remember, at the time, Africa was colonized. The only country that wasn't colonized in Africa was Ethiopia, but even Ethiopia was invaded and they had to chase out the Italians. So you got Ethiopia and you got Haiti at the time. You get what I'm saying? So that's the significance. So a lot of thought and literature that influence some of the prominent civil rights activists and black political theorists, journalists, all in some shape or form have been influenced by Haiti indirectly, but they don't get their props in it. And we'll touch on that in a second, because actually before I hop straight into this video, the reason it interested me in particular was because I actually did my dissertation on Haiti. I did my master's at SOAS, so the School of African and Oriental Studies. It's based in Russell Square in central London, not far from King's Cross. Yeah, my dissertation was on Haiti. So my master's dissertation was on Haiti, and I studied global media and communications. So my master's, to summarize, the title is The Imperial Propaganda Machine v. The Voice of Haiti. So I was comparing what the Haitian perspective and the way they cover their social issues, in particular political unrest, because Haiti gets a lot of flack for social political turmoil and unrest, you understand? But often context is left out. Like I mentioned, a lot of this stuff, you had the French that colonized them, then you had the US, and the socioeconomics of Haiti is being controlled by the West, even down to the politics. So that context gets left out when the West is talking about. So essentially, they kind of look down on Haiti as a shithole country, to be blunt. You understand? That is the portrayal most of the mainstream media, when you click on the news, they just portray it as war-torn, you understand, because of gang violence and so forth. But there's no context behind it. And I thought Haiti was a perfect case study for any black nation, because this was how, in particular, Africa was portrayed in the 70s, and even till like Congo till this day, you understand, it's portrayed a certain way in the media without context. Ironically, the owners of these media legacy organizations, whether they be state or private owned, because of their size and scale, are inherently linked to the colonial money that has contributed to Haiti state, to Congo state, you understand? So Haiti was a good one for internationally and geopolitics when we're looking at black nations, African nations, and nations within the global south. I thought Haiti could be a good case study for the portrayal of black people and black nations, you understand? So I did a comparison with how legacy media outlets cover Haiti versus how Haitians within Haiti cover Haiti and Haitians with the Haitian diaspora cover Haiti, and there were some interesting distinctions that came about, and I thought, you know what, this could be an interesting case study because this same process can be applied to a lot of nations in Africa, in the Caribbean, and also black people in general in the West as well. You know, we get demonized or gangsterism, so forth. But the context behind that, social inequality, poverty in certain areas, cost of living, all these things, the context gets left out, and what happens, you end up hyper-focusing on one population of people, even though the social issue might be affecting multiple different classes and ethnic groups. So I figured, let me do Haiti, and I learned a lot from doing this dissertation. So when I came across this video, this relates to what I studied in the past, and I figured, let me watch this and add a little context as well. But before I do that, I'm gonna read out my my dissertation. Yeah, I'm gonna read out the dissertation, and if you guys mess with it, I'll read out the introduction. If I got time, I'll read out the conclusion as well. And if you mess with it, I'm gonna publish it on my website so where you can read the full article. But yeah, I'll read out the abstract and the introduction. So my current running title is The Imperial Propaganda Machine and the Voice of Haiti, a study on the dominance of international media narratives about Haitian unrest and the role of Haitian media. The whole purpose of this title is to demonstrate how international media plays a larger role in shaping narratives about politically unstable periods in Haiti, which is more dominant than the Haitian media. I will be examining why, the potential impacts this has on Haiti and Haitians, and the wider public understanding of Haiti concerning current political instability. To clarify, when talking about international media, I'm referring to various forms of foreign and Western mass media, often American. Sorry guys, I've just recovered from a cold, so when I'm reading that, if I sound all nasally and groggy, it's because of that. So I apologize for that if I don't sound too clear. For example, such as CNN has played a historic role in dominating narratives about Haiti. These often have ties to neo-colonial and Western hegemonic powers, which have played a historic geopolitical influence over Haiti, such as France and the United States. When I'm referring to Haitian media, this will be referring to both domestic and diasporic media. I'll be making clear distinctions between the two, but ultimately highlight commonality. Hegemony can be defined as an act of control by one country, organization over other countries within a particular group. In the case of Haiti, this takes form through socialization of ideology of journalists, the tendency of journalists and their reports to support and perpetuate the status quo, and the negative character of foreign news coverage. Okay, so for my dissertation, ultimately, the main thesis I use was Noam Chomsky's The Propaganda Model and the CNN effect, and then also Habermas, The Public Sphere. I can break those down in a bit. Let's see how long this introduction is. Let me read out the conclusion, yeah? Because the introduction is actually quite long, isn't it? But the conclusion is shorter, and then if I got time, I'll go back to the introduction and read that one out. But yeah, this is ultimately, because the conclusion has everything in it anyways, so you get an idea of... So ultimately, Haitian media is underdeveloped, and the role of political reprisal as well as historic exploitation has led to a situation where Haitian media is largely more developed abroad amongst its diaspora. International media has a stronger ability to dominate narratives. Much of the academic literature referring to Haiti's domination by international media suggests that It serves Western hegemonic forces. I don't even want to get into all of this. The only reason I wanted to read the conclusion was because I wanted to highlight my thesis in it. But essentially, for those that don't understand the CNN effect and propaganda model, is that, to summarize briefly, and I might get these wrong because I wrote this dissertation during the pandemic, is that you got essentially manufactured consent. So one, whether it be private interest with significant power in the state or state interest directly, will manufacture consent. And the most obvious example has been within the Cold War, and after the Cold War was the War on Terror. But essentially, a lot of the political decision making when it comes to geopolitics is not bipartisan. They've already made up their decision. But what they will do is they'll manufacture consent in the media, and the most obvious is the Iraq War, right? So before they invade Iraq, they'll start showing multiple images, and the most obvious is 9/11. So they kept showing images of 9/11, even though 9/11 was not linked directly to what was going on in Iraq. We know that now. We know Iraq didn't have weapons of mass destruction. We know it was more so to do with natural resources like oil and so forth. But at the time, obviously you haven't got that information. So you as a viewer, especially at the time where mass media consumption was the only way to consume media, you understand? Everyone had a TV. There was no social media. You want to know what's going on in the world, you can only turn on CNN. You understand? You can only turn on Sky. So the propaganda model just says essentially that these forms of media, while we appear like we have choice, often when it comes to things like geopolitics and the news, the state will use this arm as a propaganda wing. They will show you certain images to make you feel like you are consenting as the public to allow your government to do this war, even though they were already going to do that. Then the CNN effects essentially says that, and I might get this wrong again, I wrote this a while ago, that essentially the bottom line of Western media and any media within a capitalist structure is to essentially satisfy its advertiser base. I'll see if I can find it because I want to get this wrong. But essentially it's for profit, and they just care about clicks and views and whatever will get those numbers and to satisfy advertisers. So essentially the type of coverage they're going to do isn't going to upset the status quo, because it has to be profitable. And with that being said, that puts a lens which they can report on, which limits what journalists on the ground can say, because if they do too much and it threatens the status quo too much, the news no longer becomes advertiser friendly. You understand? And so those stories will never reach the mainstream because of the filters. Not that the journalists can't report on them, but they won't the stuff that will get rewarded is a certain type of media. So you know what? We'll look all of this up, my dissertation later. I'm going to publish it. But essentially, this is why I rate the Christmas list, because a lot of the information we've been fed about Haiti, about African nations, Caribbean nations, has been through the lens of Western legacy media, which has neo-colonial ties. And because of the propaganda model, because of the CNN effects and other examples I can bring up, they have essentially, while we think we're getting unbiased media, it's propaganda we're consuming. It's not the real deal. You don't know until you have boots on the ground. And that's what the Christmas list is. He shows you in this, I watched part of it already, the perspective of gang leaders. But he allows them to talk and say their context, the perspective of the displaced people. You understand? And it's not through a lot of how would I say? A lot of the perspectives of Western media news, let's say if they are reporting in a different country, they will rely on their main sources of information will be people within parliament, people within the political status quo, And even if that's corrupt, and often sometimes because of neo-colonialism, it is them that is subsidizing that corruption, you understand? So which means that, yeah, we're getting information from what's happening in Haiti, but through the lens of corrupt people, not through the people that are actually enduring the problems on the ground, if that makes sense. So that's why I like this. And yeah, without further ado, let's just watch the video, get into it. And yeah, if you guys like this, man, I'll publish my dissertation for you guys to read. Alright, boom. Let's get into this.
Today you're gonna see VS. Basically, it's a gang that took over the neighborhood Carrefour Feuilles, and it's part of the G9 coalition. And you'll see, it's very, very insane. But there'll be a guy. He doesn't speak to people, so he puts somebody between you and him. And like you'll see, it's kind of humoristic. You talk to a person, and the person talks to him. He doesn't want to talk to you. He doesn't want to address you directly. Okay. So there'll be someone for you.
Okay.
Okay, Chris, call me whenever.
He's very brave as well, because Haiti is also one of the hardest places to report. But like I said, to give fairness, most of the political turmoil is within Port-au-Prince. Whereas you can actually have a wonderful time in Haiti. I've been to Haiti. You can have a wonderful time in Haiti if you go Cap Haitian. See, this is what I mean. So the news won't cover what's going on in Cap Haitian. And not to say stuff is perfect in Cap Haitian, but you can look up tourists from America going to Cap Haitian and just having a tourist time, you understand? But Sky won't cover that because that's not going to reward them with views and advertiser money. And also, that's not within the socio-economic interests of also the West and who run Western media, you understand? Their political interest is to cover the news within a certain way.
What you need? I'm in Paris, I have nothing to do.
Okay, thank you so much.
Take care, man.
Thank you.
Safe.
All right.
Hi, I'm Eddie.
Eddie the translator.
Eddie the translator. I'm Eddie the translator.
Have you spent some time in the U.S.?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear that accent.
Jersey.
All right, I'm excited. Found myself a translator. Now we can get out for the sunset, film our first story of the day. What's the name of this neighborhood?
Carrefour. It's Carrefour Feuilles.
Carrefour.
Carrefour Feuilles.
So we had to go through a bunch of different soldiers with guns.
Yes.
And right now the big boss is on a TikTok live.
Yeah.
We're living in a modern era where the gang boss is not patrolling the streets, but promoting, I guess, their doings on social media. Popularity is, it sells. But for the people from this neighborhood, tell me, it seems like a pretty simple day.
Well, they're kind of used to it. It is a simple day to them.
Yeah. What about for you?
For me,
Is this normal for you?
and not really, because I'm not from this area. If I don't have anything to do here, I would not come here just to hang out.
Yeah.
You know?
What people haven't seen is the beaten up and burnt down cars. You know, when I'm new to the community, I like to respect the rules. Once I get to meet the boss, hopefully he'll give us permission to walk around a little bit and find out more. I'd love to hear the opinion of some residents as well. There's graffiti. I'm not sure what it means. This way.
Chef versus what's that say?
Boulot?
Boulos? What's that?
I got in trouble for filming without the gang boss's permission. Are you, right now, are you afraid to die?
Est-ce que vous pas que faire voulant mourir? Non. C'est no.
But you don't want to die.
And by the way, don't expect Christmas in this to whitewash Haiti and make it look pretty and nice. No. The point is within this is that he shows nuance, you understand? He shows perspective. He's not talking on behalf of the people and just showing you random images of Haiti destroyed, you understand? And then clips to a government official in Haiti saying the same thing they've been saying for 5 years. No. He just shows you the nuance in it. And with all that information, you as a viewer now can make up your mind of what's going on, you understand? It's like as if you are on the ground in Haiti. And I have a couple of vlogs. I've got some vlogs in Antigua, in Barbados, that are due to come out is not proper journalist content. This is journalist content. Very soon I'll be doing journalist content like that. Very, very soon. But yeah, man, that's the word is nuance. Because with nuance, it's not how they say an essentialized, it's this or that, black and white. It's reality. There's a lot of grey area. There's a lot of context, you understand, that you need to take in and understand. And with that information, you can make your own decision, you understand, and have your own opinion versus being programmed into thinking. I've had elders, you understand, on my West Indian side saying, oh yeah, Haiti's cursed because they did voodoo to become independent, and that's why you understand. And I'm like, no, the reason Haiti's is because of they've been in debt serious debt since they were independent, and there was a reason for that. They sanctioned this country. I mean, the reason Jim Crow and all these laws were passed in America was because they feared that, and the reason the KKK even came about was because they feared Haiti, essentially. They feared that if all the black people were free in the West, they would, you understand, get retribution and liberate themselves, which is not the case. We'll liberate ourselves doesn't mean in every single case, we're going to wipe out the white population. But that fear led to a lot of oppression in other parts of the Americas against black people. So it just shows you how strong an essentialist narrative can be if it's unchallenged and there isn't any nuance. With nuance, you can see both sides to the story, and okay, I can see where they're coming from, I can see where this is coming from, and you can come to a more realistic conclusion of what's going on.
If death comes, you can't avoid it.
Yeah. Are you religious? Do you believe in God?
You see, God is the first. After God is the spirit.
Can things get better here?
Let's get back with New York. You say you know how the country is. We just observe it.
Yeah. Man, I hope for the best. People watching this around the world, they're not going to be on your side. They look at you as the problem.
Yeah. You back from $1 qui moun qui te yo paye yo, yo pas well dans society way nous même en tant que jouer mauvais rôle là. You have to do ça. So it's always going to be like that.
Yeah.
You see, ever since he was young, when he got into the games, he was never afraid to grab any guns and shoot it. He was never afraid of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kalu? Okay.
He's the most fashionable. He's got the most fashion.
Who give this fashion the lie?
Fashion. You know what that fashion?
Yeah, fashion. Yeah.
Fashion.
Yeah, what enjoy.
All right, my friend.
I was worried about fashion, bro. I think you're worried about the wrong thing, bro.
So imagine this here was once somebody's home. Now look at it. Destroyed, burnt out, everything gone. You can only imagine a family worked their whole life to establish 4 walls, probably had some very simple furniture and a very simple life, and everything is gone. Absolutely everything is gone. Now, who do you blame? The gangs will tell you it was the police's fault. I'm sure the police will tell you it's the gang's fault. My plan tomorrow is to meet up with the residents that used to live in this community because I want to hear their side of the story, like what really happened. Why did they flee? Who destroyed their homes? Will they ever come back? Where the hell are they right now? Like, where did all these people leave? This community itself, online, I read 20,000 people are gone. Like they fled from this community. 20,000 people without a home. probably with only the stuff they have on their back. Probably with only the clothes they have on their back. It's very, very sad. This is just one of...
And to give context as well, yeah. So when I was doing my dissertation, you had the assassination of the Haitian president, the earthquake in Haiti. You had there was something else, obviously COVID-19 that's happened at the time of the pandemic. Then you also have political turmoil even before that because of multiple... They were already protesting against President Jovenel Moïse for corruption in the country. Because if you don't know Haiti, a lot of its leaders are essentially puppets of America. And ironically, whenever those puppets then start to become too big for their boots, what America will do is manufacture consent, then UN or US military occupation, you understand, for control of the island. And the reason I bring that up is because a lot of you would have heard about Haitians coming into the US border via Mexico and the demonization that was happening. And even there was footage of one guy whipping Haitians, you understand, and the amount of support from in particular those on the right in America, without context, you understand, it made it seem like these people had come out of nowhere, they're no good, you understand, they don't like their country and they're just coming to invade America. No. But with full context, you realize, one, a lot of the political turmoil in Haiti in particular, including the assassination of the president, which was done by Colombian mercenaries. And who uses Colombian mercenaries the most? Shabbies are not the Americans. On top of that, they won't do it directly. It'll be through a Haitian American that is loyal to them, which is the case, you understand? So obviously the blame is now put on him. But don't get twisted, the US have got their fingers intertwined in it. So a lot of that political turmoil post-assassination was due to them to the US involvement because of their interests within Central America and the Caribbean. You got Venezuela there, a lot of oil. You got the Panama Canal to the left, and if you know about the history, and you in particular you know about where the term Banana Republic comes from, it's not far-fetched, because if you know a company called the United Fruit Company, America, when France, remember, placed a lot of debt on these countries, you understand? Now, who came in afterwards to now fill that void after the French had been kicked out? It was the Americans. And the reason America needed control of that region was because of the Cold War. And there was something called the pink tide occurring within Latin America. And Latin America is on the periphery of the Caribbean and Central America. And when I mean Latin America, I'm referring to nations that speak Latin-based languages like Spanish, Portuguese, and so forth. As opposed to the, I guess, Anglophone regions within the Americas, generally speaking, yeah? So because of that, when they started slapping debts on certain nations because they want to control the Panama Canal, they want to control of... Just look up the history of Latin America and the Caribbean. It's obvious, you understand? But a lot of the political turmoil, long story short, was for their own profit or for their own geopolitical strategic interests, you understand? And so you got all these people now coming into the Americas from Haiti, into America from Haiti. But what is the coverage? That Haiti's a shithole and Haitians are trying to invade their country. Without context of what the Americans have been doing to Haiti for the last, messing up their country for how many, You get what I'm saying? So without full context, is it not you that's causing the Haitians to now come over here? Is it not you that made that country corrupt? Is it not you that installed the oligarchs within that country that control the assets of that nation? Of course, it's the Americans. And even when they send in, what's the word? Not even just the UN, but non-profit organizations. There was a whole issue of that. American non-profits, how they were taking advantage of the situation, how they prevented from Haitians actually developing themselves because all the resources coming through the non-profits and they were using that to exploit Haitians. So this has been going on for a while. But my point is that, and this was the point of my dissertation, is that you're not going to get none of this context at all. And even I don't expect to get this full context from Chris Muslis. But what he does different is he will ask questions, like genuine questions, you understand? He's not coming through with that lens. He's curious, and when you ask questions to people that are going through it, you start getting this information drip by drip, you understand? Coming out bit by bit, and yeah. So, yeah, let me just get back in the video.
Hundreds and thousands of homes burnt out and destroyed because of this current gang war. This is the reality. The displacement, the victims of what's happening here in Haiti.
Oh yeah, that was one of the biggest things as well, also the gang wars as well. But one of the contexts that's left out behind the gang wars is that a lot, similar in Jamaica, right? In Jamaica in the 70s, you had the JLP and the PMP. And a lot of this supposed gang warfare was all political. Why? Because you had the Cold War. One party, I believe it was the People's National Party. I could be getting this wrong. It's been a while since I looked up the history. They were more within left-wing interest. And in the context of the Cold War, America didn't want that. So what did they start to do? They supported the JLP. You understand? But how are they supporting the JLP? Well, the CIA would send money, weapons, and so forth to the gangs that were affiliated with the JLP. You understand? And then the PMP were getting money via Cuba and weapons via Cuba. You understand? Because of the communists. And then what resulted is that these gangs, yeah, they were fighting each other. The context that's left out is that the gangs were political. They were fighting over political interests. You understand? And it's a similar thing that's occurring within Haiti, but we don't know the full context of it because no one on the ground is giving us the full context. You understand? Because most of our information about Haiti comes through what? Western hegemonic media. So, but that was another thing why all these Haitians were leaving Haiti and coming to America via the Mexico border. But again, on Fox News, did you hear any of this context? And you know what? After this, I'm going to search it up so you guys get it. They left out all of this context. They didn't mention a gang war, the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse, the earthquakes. None of this stuff was mentioned. The only thing that was reinforced was the demonization of what? Black people. People of color, you understand? For their own political interest, obviously, the right know that if we hammer down on immigration and so forth, that's how Trump got re-elected, right? But is it not a thing that's going to keep on happening? If America's interests still keep fucking up Haiti, migration will still keep on happening, you understand? So they're not genuine in solving this. But yeah, let me get back in the video before I go on another tangent.
They no longer victimizing the people. They want them to come back and live. That's why they clean the streets. So when they come, they say all the streets are clean.
Yeah.
And they're gonna talk to the electricity company so they can, give back the area.
But I mean, there's a lot of work. Look, there's no ceiling here. The walls, the windows are right through.
They only have the police facing, no other gangs. Okay. They say they do it. They say they put the guys up. He said they put the guys up front to make sure they don't have any type of enemy coming through, or make sure if the cops are invading or whatever, so they can make sure they be on their guard. But as far as like them, they don't fight amongst each other. They just take care of it. They say they don't want to live in the area and let the cops come abuse them however they want.
When's the last time the police came through the neighborhood, this street here?
That's a long time. It's been a long time.
Yeah. But do you think it's out of fear? The police fear the neighborhood?
C'est Perez qui fait police attaquer nous bien qui ça exact.
Bon, jusqu'à présent Macadon il folie
can't tell.
I do give folie gros tenta.
He says
they folie gros tenta ta vient dirigeant paquet côté mais
so they'd like to they have I would say gros tenta, what would I say gros tenta? It's like they have very negative ambition.
Okay, Saboteur of Destiny, I've seen your comment. Do you speak with other African creators like Nigerian Reacts? No, not yet, man. I'm trying to get more active, man. I know a lot. I know Nigerian creators. I'm Nigerian myself. Well, not fully Nigerian, but still a Robo. You get me, Delta. But have I actively collaborated? And I know what you mean by creators, not in particular like YouTubers, right? And Twitch and people that are making more so content as opposed to artists. And I've worked mostly with artists, producers, directors. You understand? More so on, and I've done some content, but in terms of the biggest Nigerian content creators, no, not as of yet. And I do need to collaborate more. But how would I say this? I guess there's two categories I could go down. You understand? There's one where it's just entertainment, you understand? And PR. And I'm going to do that, but then there's also another route where I'm covering current affairs, and I'm doing political coverage, news coverage, journalistic content. And I feel like that, in my opinion, is a space that needs to be explored more within the Nigerian market. You understand? People like Sheun Kuti, people that, I want to collaborate with people like them, as well as, people like Tayo. In fact, I know people that know him that are doing really cool, interesting content that's fun, you understand, entertaining. But also I want to get into the nitty and gritty. I want to collaborate with people that, have a certain mindset that I can do good journalism with as well. So yeah, it's pending. It will happen soon. As of right now, it has been mostly in the areas of music videos and short films and so forth. Not too much on the content side, but it's pending. I'm sorry if I sound a bit convoluted in this and I'm talking a bit too much, but yeah, to answer your question best as possible, no, not the biggest Nigerian content creators, and not yet. You understand? I've created content, but mostly it's been music videos and I work people behind the scenes, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm trying to work with people more so on camera, and yeah, man, building. But in general, anyone, Africans, people within the African diaspora. I live in the UK. Anyone in the UK, I don't discriminate. You understand? Doesn't matter what race you are, class, creed, or color. But obviously, also part of my platform, the reason I'm building it is something for the African diaspora, for black people around the world, but not limited to that. You understand? That's just a starting point. You understand? That is a starting point. In the same way, Al Jazeera, their starting point was Arabic-speaking population. But now, if you look at what Al Jazeera does for the whole global south, across all facets of media, you understand? There's so much stuff we wouldn't know what happened in Africa if it wasn't for Al Jazeera. We'd only have Sky News' perspective. So that's what I'm trying to do. So while I start with the African diaspora, black people, I'm trying to do, trust me, for so much more, you get me? But yeah, man, trust me, in the future you're going to see a lot of collaborations with me and more Nigerian content creators for sure.
They're trying to take over spots and stuff like that, and which they're not gonna allow them to do that.
So how do you feel about the police?
Comment penses des policiers? Comment sens-tu des policiers?
Comment sens-tu des policiers? Pas exactement des policiers, mais seulement policiers dans le territoire, He said he doesn't
really care about the police. Just stay in their line and just stay on their side. And just on their side. If you come and attack them, then it's on.
Your name black? Yeah. My name white.
White.
Yeah, black.
So on a side note, yeah, the aim is with this platform as well. So not just this live stream. It's got me just for now, but I'm trying to bring on a whole bunch of other content creators, people of different skill sets, you understand? I'm trying to run this like a radio station, but for now it's just your boy. But my entire platform in general, the aim is to be covering every asset of media, you understand? You see how there's Rupert Murdoch and you got Sky, you got Richard Branson, you got Virgin. That is the aim now. But for African and the African diaspora and black people all around the world. But we start off here in the UK. But yeah, man, the aim is to do music, to do film, podcasts, interviews, news / current affairs and journalism. You get what I'm saying? To cover every asset of media, social media. But we start where we start, you understand? We build brick by brick and we'll get there hopefully one day. You get what I'm saying? But that's the aim with this platform. And like I said, it's not just going to be the African diaspora, but soon, once we get to that pinnacle, it'll be, I'm going to cover what's going on in the working middle class in the UK, regardless of class creed. In hip-hop culture, you understand everything that's going on. Again, regardless of class, creed, or culture. That's just the starting point, you get me?
Black and white.
Well, that's the variety that makes it
Right, regardless of race, class, creed, ethnicity, or culture. All of that, you get me?
real beautiful.
Yes,
All the
yes.
shades and stuff like that. Look at the flowers with all the different colors. Look at humans with all the different shades. When you put a whole bunch of different people with different shades together,
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, we make the world.
Yeah.
Look at this, man. I've been to Iraq and I've been to
I can't stand
Afghanistan.
people that are racist. Whether you're black or
Yeah.
white, you racist. I can't stand you, man.
Man,
Big up, big up, big up, big up.
I don't even want to argue with those
That
type
one.
of people.
Hell.
That one.
You're never gonna win that argument.
Spread
Look at
love,
this.
not hate.
You see, the police attacked, and they the one who shut up the area, not them.
I'm sure the police would say the exact opposite. But that's why we do these kind of videos, to try to find out the truth. Been to Iraq, I've been to Afghanistan. There's a very similar eerie feeling. Even on this sunny day, it just feels like there's no life. Life has gone out of this neighborhood for sure. Can imagine a couple years ago the kids playing
Finish my tea.
basketball. How does this happen? How does a car get into this kind of state here?
The tank.
Oh, there's tanks here.
Yeah, the tank.
Man.
Put it there. You got a little bit of the tanks pushed it back there.
Now I understand. The chef. Associates, the people that we're speaking with. What is the name that he goes by?
Is it Kino?
Chef VS,
Chef VS.
depuis 10 ans. Si mon gars pour l'abli.
Ever since 2 years is the children of Tilapli.
So it's normal to call the boss of the neighborhood the chef, correct?
Yeah, c'est normal pour les en tête la chef.
Yeah, Capo l'abli.
Capo à la.
Okay. Would he consider himself the good guy or the bad guy in the neighborhood?
Lidi, under quartier là, on considère comme bon mon nom mais mauvais nom. Qui est là-dedans?
Non, il m'a cap gérer son nom.
So he's the one that's taking care of the area, so he's considered as a good guy.
Yeah. And what about the people that live in the neighborhood? Would they say the same thing about him?
Lidi, tout le monde qui en a là, tout le monde yo t'a dit même bagarre là tout.
Yeah, tout le monde est comme dans zone, tout le
Yeah,
monde
everybody's
est
under his responsibility.
Yeah. How does one become the boss of the neighborhood? What did he have to do?
Lidi, qui sont t'es obligé de faire pour venir boss là? Est-ce qu'ils vont pour un chemin, une stratégie pour venir boss, venir chef?
Bon. Il y a un pile de gars, il y a un pile.
It's a whole lot.
Nous sommes bas,
He came from real low to the bottom.
on note bas, nous venons. Haïti, ouais, pas d'autres petits et grands, tu vas grandir.
And you growing.
Grand des petits, grandi jusqu'à ce que nous général.
He grew up till he become a general.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he came from low.
Capo l'abli, il était général.
Yeah.
Haïti,
Yeah,
papa.
Capo à la, he put him general.
And at what age did he? What age did he join this gang here?
Like, depuis dans quel âge?
Cher, depuis à 13 ans.
Ever since 13 years old.
Tout le monde l'école, ça,
Ever since he was cool.
Mafia.
He was always a mafia ever since he was in school.
Yeah. Never had dreams, bigger dreams as a child, or maybe
pas dire
becoming
mon
a
plus grand rêve.
doctor or a lawyer. Or...
Qui ça? Qui est au docteur, avocat, bah ça?
Non, je suis un rêve ça, mais
Yeah,
j'aime
that's
un pays à dérouler. Moi, je ne pas mourir comme ça.
Okay.
Je ne pas en
Yeah,
game.
you see, he had those dreams, but because of the fact that you see the country that's going down, and he just, had to do stuff to support himself.
So that's the context that's left out. Is a lot of people say, oh, why don't these guys become lawyers, doctors, when the economy of a country is collapsing, when there isn't much opportunity, it's much easier for people to fall into these sort of things. Or if they have the capital, the quote-unquote good guys are meant to leave, isn't it? But then what happens when those guys arrive at the border? Now they're the bad guys now, you understand? So the reality is there isn't any good bad guys or bad guys. There's just different situations, you understand? And different circumstances dictated by the economy, dictated by the place we grew up, dictated by the geography and dictated by the politics. You get what I'm saying? And not to say that doesn't take away self-agency, but you can't expect to see a pattern of behavior, not to see a pattern of behavior under certain conditions. You understand? If certain conditions are creating this pattern of behavior, then it's going to keep on happening. You understand? That doesn't take away individual responsibility, but it doesn't take away at the same time the responsibility of the state, the responsibility of the nation. You understand? And what they owe to their people. You understand? Because right now, quote unquote, Haiti is a failed state. For, like I said, it's not just Haiti's fault now. If you want to bring up Haiti failed state, you got to mention the France, the US, and other Western entities, even Canada, all these other places. You understand? But again, anytime I say Haiti, I'm going to bring up these countries because it's only fair. But yeah, man. So that's the context that's left out, man. Doesn't absolve this guy here or anything. But like I said, it's not about right or wrong. It's just about understanding. For every action, there's a reaction. So this is a reaction. You get what I'm saying? So what was the action that led to this?
You know?
Yeah.
That dream is out of the window.
Yeah, barbecue.
Barbecue is the head of the Diva.
Can you tell me?
You probably heard of Barbecue in the news, or Jimmy Barbecue. He's one of the biggest gang leaders within Haiti. I believe he was actually a former officer himself. You understand? Yeah, and the reason they called him Barbecue was because he was burning down certain parts in Haiti during the gang wars. The other thing I forgot to mention is a lot of these gangsters allegedly kidnap people in it, which is why a lot of people have been displaced. You understand? So that's another thing that was left out of Western media. A lot of people are fleeing these areas because there isn't any money in these areas, and because in particular a lot of the Caribbean is either tourist-based economy or historically since slavery has been agricultural plantation-based economy for obvious reasons, right? The reason they brought all these slaves to the Caribbean was to grow tobacco, sugar, cotton, indigo, hemp. Okay, the list goes on with the products, you understand? And these products, the profit generated from these products helps subsidize the industrial revolution and industrial growth within Western empires. You understand? Like Britain, France, the US, and so forth. That's why you had the transatlantic slave trade. You understand? Slaves from Africa to bring to the Caribbean to grow sugar, cotton, tobacco. You understand? The sugar, cotton, tobacco, the profits from that goes to Europe, goes to the West to help industrial growth. The industrial goods is now traded with what? The corrupt African leaders, you understand, for slaves, and the triangle keeps on going. And that's how the West essentially today got most of its infrastructure. But the result of that, remember, Haiti was one of actually where Christopher Columbus landed. The whole island is called Hispaniola. So half of the island was controlled by the Spanish, you understand, the other half by the French. And the Spanish side became the Dominican Republic, you understand? And there's, even though a lot of Dominicans have African roots, as well as indigenous and Spanish roots, and I'll say this is a bit more complicated because the concepts of whiteness and blackness, there was a concept of anti-blackness before there was a concept of whiteness, you have to understand. And that concept of blackness, anti-blackness, came from deep-rooted, it already existed within Europe, in particular within the Mediterranean. You understand? Remember, the Spanish and the Portuguese were the first to practice slavery and colonialism within Europe, then followed by the British and the French and so forth. Whereas the concept of whiteness came really from the Anglosphere, and that was to kind of protect the assets of the elite, you understand, to summarize, to generalize everything. But yeah, in the Dominican Republic, they looked down on Haiti, one, because Haiti did, I think they believed they did invade the DR after they became independent at a certain point, but also DR kind of was like a counterbalance to Haiti because they had a more of an affinity to whiteness, you understand? And because of that affinity to whiteness, there's oppression of Haitians by people from the Dominican Republic, if that makes sense, to speak in general terms and racial attitudes. I forgot my point in it, where I was going to go with this, but yeah, I forgot. Let me just click on the video, keep going.
What are his thoughts about barbecue?
Pourquoi so des chefs là, chez barbecue?
Bon, first thing I buy, Moi-même, barbecue lui-même, travail, barbecue a fait album pour nous tous.
But what you can say is that the work that barbecue is doing is good for everyone, the people and them too. Yeah, his soldiers.
Right. And do you think barbecue is going to be a part of the solution to the problem in Haiti?
Est-ce que vous pensez que barbecue a une solution au problème que nous gagnons en Haïti?
Yeah. But I mean, these guys are ready for war. There's guns all around us. Behind us, there's guns everywhere. There's guns.
Yeah.
So you're prepared for violence.
Les dit nous préparer pour gens venir ici. Après, si c'est violence qui vient.
Yeah, c'est violence qui vient. On va faire violence avec aussi pour et dialogue. On fait dialogue avec. On fait dialogue. Mais nous-mêmes nous qui sommes là pour dialogue.
Yeah. They say they're ready for whatever. If they come for violence, they use violence. If they come for dialogue, they'll use dialogue. But they more into the dialogue. You know, they want to talk. You know? Yeah. Down and talk.
There's a bunch of people around us, some of them with guns. Why do you think they're so loyal to him?
Yeah. Il dit, tout fait là, yo avoye tout, il dit, si ça fait yo loyal avant comme ça.
Non, et puis c'est même pas un soldat, et puis non.
He doesn't have any soldiers, he have children. They are his children. He don't mind dying for his country to change right away. He say he'll die today for his country to change.
Right. Does he think it will change?
Est-ce que vous pensez qu'il va changer?
Au pays a changé, moi.
Yes, his country's gonna change.
Il mettait 1 an, 2 ans, 3 ans, 4 ans,
1 year, 2 years, 3 years, it has to change.
Même Jean pays a déroulé auparavant, même Jean Paul Journée.
The same way the country was running well back then, that's how it's supposed to get back to.
So when I came down the street here, I see a lot of soldiers with guns on the street. What are you protecting here?
Elle dit les lapinales ont pile soldats avec des armes. Il dit qui ça n'a protégé, qui ça n'a protégé.
Naturellement, n'a protégé zone. Nous avons une période côté que il y a pile des gens mal intentionnés qui a voulu détruire la bataille là, qui c'est révolution pour nous changer le système pays.
Give me the abbreviated.
Yeah, he said that they there to protect the area from other people with bad intention to mess up their revolution. See the revolution, and they fighting.
What is this?
That's the associate they told you about.
Homemade?
Yeah.
Homemade. Can I smell? I don't smell anything. It doesn't smell bad.
Yeah. Oh, it's associate. It's good.
He's drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Strong man.
Say trying to keep. He said the people are trying to. He said the government. Right? They fighting against the government. They're trying to get a better living.
Only the government? That. What about the other gangs in the neighborhood?
Naturellement, un gouvernement pas vient directement vient battre ensemble avec eux. Il y a toujours délégué des gens qui fait pour ça.
Okay. So naturally, the government is not going to come directly. It's going to delegate people to come to the neighborhood.
See, the whole neighborhood is destroyed, and this is the result of not only gangster conflict, like I said, but political warfare. Don't get twisted. A lot of the conflict in Haiti isn't just gang violence, but it's inherently political. It's just, when again, through the lens of Western hegemonic media, it's all about gangs, and all you need is, you know what I mean, the right leader in place, installed by the US or the UK. If that means you send in UN peacekeeping forces or the US military itself, to secure that leader himself, not the people that they voted for, who the US feel is best, yeah? Then they can magically solve all the gang issue. You understand? That's the lens they'll feed you. But the reality of it is that it's a lot more complicated. This gang violence is inherently linked to politics. You understand? From their perspective, like they said, they see it as a revolution. Not to say they are correct or they're wrong, but you understand? It's not as simple as it looks. Put it that way.
Dead body up on the road, the burnt one. You want to see it?
Seeing there's a dead body here on the road by the garbage. Oh. Right here.
Garbage. It's covered right there.
What happened?
What happened? They burned the gang members.
When was this?
Guess what? Last night.
So you called an informant, an antenna.
Yeah, they put an antenna. That's what.
Sorry, did you say
That's
that?
where they burnt him at.
But he was alive when they set him on fire?
No, he was already dead. That's the tire. That's the that's the residue of the tire that they killed.
Does that even make the news?
I'm not sure. He just told me about it.
Yeah.
It's underneath.
I wonder if there's anybody here we can just quickly ask to see if they know.
Don't stay. Just stay there.
We got the warning not to hang around. For one reason or another. So this afternoon and evening we got to see one side of the gang story. Tomorrow I'm going to talk to those displaced by the gang. I uncover a hidden world of over 1,800 displaced people, each with a story of loss, fear, and survival. These are the lives.
So these are the people, you understand, they're one stage away from coming to the Mexico border. They're one stage away from coming to Florida via boat. You understand? Even the fact there was a derogatory term towards Haitians, little boat people, at one point within the mainstream news, you understand? But the context they'll leave out is these are displaced people. They're fearing gang violence. They're fleeing gang violence. They're fleeing political turmoil, often influenced by US political interests, you understand? So that is a context. So when you hear about people that are not migrants but refugees, you understand a refugee is not an economic migrant. There's a
of those who have lost everything, forced to flee their homes, their communities, and their dreams. Their stories are heartbreaking, offering a glimpse into the suffering of those now living in constant fear of what comes next. And this is a small fraction of the estimated 500,000 displaced people in Port-au-Prince today. Men, women, and children scattered across the city, all struggling to survive in the face of violence, instability, and a future that remains uncertain. I've included a link to a GoFundMe campaign in the description of today's video. Every penny donated will go directly towards providing food and essential supply bags for the families living in this building. Thank you for your generosity and support.
Most of the people here are from Carrefour Feuilles who ran away from the gang.
Okay. So they're living here like this?
Yeah.
Wow. So the area that we're about to see today, this is the residents, the upper left due to the gang clashes, and they're living here in the Minister of Communication. Wow, how many people are living like this? Does he know? Can you ask him? How many people are living like this?
Combien de monde qui est là?
Testing.
You gotta ask them.
Apologies, my people. The microphone disconnected for some reason. But yeah, we're back now. But yeah, my point is, where I was bringing up the point of Congo, is that you're gonna hear about you got your iPhone, you'll see Apple commercials, but you won't hear about what's going on in Congo. You won't hear about artisanal mines. You won't hear about the legacy of abuse that goes all the way back to King Leopold's colony in the Congo. You won't hear about the 10 million people that died in essentially slavery, producing rubber, you understand? And at the time, Henry Ford's car revolution. So every single car, the reason why cars and they're making everything car-centric cities in the West, it was coming off the bloods of people in Congo. And till this day now, we just have iPhone, we have portable battery, anything that has a lithium and all these minerals, it's all coming from Congo. But it's coming from artisanal mines and it's driving conflicts. And my point is that you won't face these realities until there's a mass immigration of Congolese people to a country near you. But what you won't hear is the context. You're going to hear the demonization of Congolese people. And it's the same thing with Haiti, you understand? Is that without local media, without independent journalism, without the Haitian diaspora, if you just rely on legacy Western media, whether it's private or state-owned, whether it's Sky, BBC, CNN, Fox News, you won't face these realities. So you won't know why the suffering that's driving people to do what they are doing.
Wow, this is a real inside look as to the displaced people here in Port-au-Prince. Yes. Hello. So this was once a government building and now it's been overtaken by locals displaced from the gangs. Really going to give you guys an inside look at life today here in Port-au-Prince. Did you know that this existed like this here?
No. I don't know about the one down there by downtown. I never know about this one. The one we went to yesterday?
Yes. Can I see the light? Do you have a light from? So no light. Oh, here it's just the sunlight. Where did they come? I don't know where they go. Here? What did he say?
8.5.
8.5 months?
Yeah, 8.
Here, let me grab my light. How many people, can you tell me how many people are living here right now?
1860 people.
How many are men, women, children?
If you get 534 female.
534 females.
720
720 men.
Okay, so over 1,000 people are living in this building.
Almost 2,000.
Yeah.
1,836.
Wow. Even on the rooftop.
Yeah, rooftop. We got
the men here. You know, the visualization is very similar to jail.
Yeah.
Like, look. Wow. And people live up on the roof?
Yeah. Up top, you'll get a better view.
Can we go up?
Yeah.
So people live here?
Yeah, people sleep out on the floor. Oh,
Anybody watching this video, I want you to visualize like these floors. This is a bed at night, and people are sleeping on the floor. So what happens during the day? They're outside?
Oh, here, people sleep. Just go in that door and sleep. What was the question again?
Yeah, what happens during the day? Where do they go?
Pendant la journée, côté mon Some go on the street, some sit outside.
Yeah.
Some go hustle, you know.
They're saying even the floors here, people sleep.
They say people sleep out on the steps.
Yeah. Yes, hello. Hello. Yes, hello. People everywhere.
See, there's a tent where people sleep. He's gonna show you.
How many people would sleep here?
What's that?
How many people would sleep here?
That's that.
2.
Ça, 3 moun.
3 people.
4.
They say sometimes 4, it's 3. They fly in there like sardines, huh?
Okay, there's a kitchen and a bed. How long has she been living here?
Maybe a month.
March, since March.
How is it? How is life here?
Very bad.
Tires to get off the ground. So is it just rain the problem? What are some other problems?
So, you know, money.
Yeah. What about the people?
Sometimes they go a few days without really eating properly, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. How do they make money? How does she make money?
They come off This is somebody let her borrow some money to make this food like that, but she spent 2 days without being able to cook.
Yeah.
She borrowed the money to make this meal.
Yeah. So even though we're on the roof, you think we're safe. As she said, that bullets still randomly fly up this direction.
Yeah. Comment est? On continue là?
Hello. Hello. So this is bigger. How many people live here?
She's handicapped.
Yeah. How many people live here?
Dans 7 Medina, Garçon, 7 personnes.
What caused them to leave their community? What's the reason they left?
Qui ça qui cause nous quitter zone?
Qui ça qui cause nous quitter lui? Mais c'est bandit. Qui mettent nous dehors, qui boulent des cailles, qui boulent des commerces, non? Pas gagner.
They don't have anything.
Là nous tout été sans.
They left empty-handed.
Yeah, so it's the gangs are the only reason.
Yeah. If nobody reach out to them, they stay like that. They have to be.
So my question is, why would the gangs target their own people, their own community?
Ils savent pas comment faire ces pop monde pas yo attaquer, comment yo va attaquer l'autre monde. They attack different type of people. They don't matter. I mean, whoever they can
but
get.
I mean, no one's safe then. If you're attacking, you can tell these people have next to nothing. They have nothing.
Yeah.
And the gangs are still targeting them, stealing from them.
Yep. Exactly. That's what happened.
See, on the camera, can you explain on the camera? They make it to seem very peaceful. They're loving people.
Yeah, devant caméra, yo agit comme si c'est monde qui cap chercher la paix, qui c'est bon monde. On parle des bandits.
Les a fait interview avec eux, parler comme si c'est bon monde, c'est révolution fait.
Pas gen bon monde papa.
C'est de not good people.
Yeah.
Pas gen bon monde méchant eux.
C'est wicked.
Will you return to your old neighborhood?
Est-ce qu'on va retourner dans la zone autorité encore? Non. Après les pays à stable?
Non, pas tourner.
It's the pays à stable. She says she's not going back, even if the country's stable. She's going somewhere else.
It was fear of the gangs.
Yeah. She says she'd like to get help to go somewhere else, but she's not going back to that same area. So if you would like to help her, she'll give you her number.
Yeah, let me take your number for sure. Yeah. What about the people from the committee? Do they have better place to stay?
It's the same.
All the same. I have ask him. Do other journalists come up here to document this?
No.
As he's saying, no journalists come up here to document this. It's very sad. You got to show both sides of every story. Hello. What neighborhood is he from?
Carrefour Feuilles.
So everybody from the neighborhood.
Tout le monde là sorti Carrefour Feuilles. Yeah, not all from Carrefour Feuilles, but it's different.
Yeah. Ask him, why did he leave the neighborhood?
You tell you the same answer, right? Too much gunshots, like, you know, bandits.
He's saying too much gunshots, but
too much gunshots and bandits, invaded the area.
He's the same age as the gangsters. Why did he choose not to become a gangster?
Il dit pas comme si c'est on a dans même l'âge avec nègre. Il dit pour ça que c'est ou pas choisi faire wood pie. That's not in his that's not in his
DNA. It's not in him.
Yeah, it's not in him. But he said volonté, but I'm trying to find that exact word.
Yeah.
But can't translate word for word.
What are you guys watching? Oh, video game. Football.
Okay. Okay.
What is it from?
From being here, it is so dirty.
How do they shower?
Yeah, like they go get water from down there.
Just from the water. Yeah. Does this hurt?
Is it deformal? No.
He doesn't put no cream though?
Yeah. That's it. They say when they squeeze it, it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say before they go to sleep at night, they make sure they look all around to see there's any outsiders that's hiding inside, that's trying to do something negative to them, whatever. That's what it
Ready? Oh, hello. Oh, it's so hot in here. No?
You want to sit?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay, everybody's too kind.
Gusto has the tastiest range of vegan and vegetarian recipes. So after a long day, it's great not having to think too hard about what to dish up for dinner. And with over 500 recipes a month, there's something for everyone. So whether you're vegan, veggie or flexi, you can get fresh quality ingredients delivered to your door. Exciting flavour combinations like this coconut and...
So what are they doing here? Cooking?
Yeah.
Alright guys.
What are we cooking?
So guys, unfortunately my stuff is about to run out of battery. My mouse, all of this stuff. So I'm gonna end it here, and hopefully we can pick up where we left off on a later date. But yeah man, this has been the Frontline Podcast. You are tuned in to Frontline FM. And yeah man, all I can say is big up Haiti, big up the Haitians. You don't know you're resilient, strong people, you understand? You're inspiration to the whole African diaspora and to black people all around the world. And yeah, man, I can see one thing I can relate to as a Haitian is I see that resilience that I see in Nigerian people. You get what I'm saying? So as much as they've been through some of the most hardship in the world, they're some of the most resilient, hard-working, tough, and just people, innit? So yeah, man, you guys are inspiration, and irregardless of your trials and tribulations, just know it's not going unheard and unseen. You understand? In fact, I'd say the world slowly is coming to more knowledge of what's going on your sides, and hopefully I can do my part in spreading the message the correct way. Obviously, I'm not Haitian, so any critique, any ways you feel like I could cover this better, I could do a better job, I'll take note of that and do my best, isn't it? But yeah, man, other than that, man, this is been Frontline FM, KOA your host, reacting to what's going on in Haiti right now. And yeah, man, if you guys like content like this, more news, political stuff, current affairs, just show it love and support and I'll do more of it. And yeah, if it gets enough love and support in particular and you guys comment down below, then I can also drop my dissertation as an article on the website, so you can figure out everything I've been waffling about, isn't it? And yeah, I'll put the link in the description below. But yeah, man, other than that, man, I'm out.